when we are transforming our role from business analyst by adding some key skill sets in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So when this is majorly for people who are looking for career enhancements, right? Career transformation or career enhancements or upskilling the technology, whatever from the business analyst side, all that. So if you want to be a part of business analyst while to adopt some artificial intelligence skills for the next progress of the career. So these are the key areas that we have to be focused, followed by key interview focused areas, followed by the tools and techniques. There can be many other, but based out of my understanding, based out of my uh, observation and all, I am presenting some of the information here. So the key areas are as follows. One is business analysis fundamentals, which anyway as a BA, the knowledge areas like illustration techniques, etc. Right. So all these things are needed. How we are translating the requirements documents and all. So in the form of Agile, we are using Jira, user stories, all that. So we are using Jira majorly for writing user stories, all this. And Confluence is being used for document collaboration, followed by Visio, Lucidchart, StarUML. These are all some tools we are using for UML diagrams, all that. So this is for the business analyst area. I'm mentioning. Second, when it comes to the AI and ML fundamentals from the non-technical side, because many people I could see are coming from non-IT as well, right? So not from the technical side of it. They are coming from the domain and functional side of learning, either from banking, insurance. It can be from capital markets and healthcare, right? So many people were coming from that background. So for them, it's important for them to understand about AI life cycle. Of course, even for technical people, it is needed, but technical people were known about the technology well to an extent possible, so that there can be an excuse to an extent. But whereas from the non-technical people, we should understand about artificial intelligence life cycle. At the same time, we must be well versed with model training. At the same time, knowing about some natural language processing like supervised as well as unsupervised learning of NLP. So all these things are the key areas from AMI fundamentals that we need to use. So for that, we have a couple of tools in online available. One is about Azure ML is one thing that we have. At the same time, we have one more called Amazon SageMaker even. Amazon. Yeah, we have one more for Amazon SageMaker we are using. Even for analytics also, Amazon SageMaker can be used here, right? So this knowledge and tools and techniques are needed apart from many other. I am referring few here. Next, for AI use case identification and all, for because spotting automation generally we have to do. At the same time, we need to perform predictive or NLP opportunities and all. So for that, we need to have a knowledge over the complexity matrix, value versus complexity matrix, or any AI canvas is always desirable for us to know. Next, because AI business analyst is a functional side of understanding earlier. Now, when we are moving towards the technology side, understanding over the data analytics is becoming more important, wherein to identify the key performance indicator analysis or insight generations, etc. So that dashboards, as in when if people have an idea, it's fine. Otherwise, any one, either it can be Power BI, Tableau, or any one is enough for it. Next, Python basic pandas understanding is desirable, is also needed from the data analytical point of view for business analyst, because BA is more of the conducting some research and providing decisions from the data perspective, not only the requirement side from functional. If you are transforming ourselves into the technical side and all, this is needed. That's the reason why this is even required here. Next, data governance and ethics, because data governance and ethics, where we need to know about the data governance standards, policies, procedures of the application that we are developing, right? So focusing more on the explainability, right? Bias and compliances, all that. There were frameworks for AI frameworks are available. Of course, I don't say that all the frameworks are open source. There are a couple of frameworks which are open source or free tools are available, but some are paid versions. So I always advise and I always focus more on the open source kind of open source and any trial version so that it is easy for you to practice. That's more needed because we have TensorFlow, we have when we are going for machine learning engineering and all that, right? We have TensorFlow, we have PyTorch, right? So different tools are we having. So this is also needed. Next, automation and generative AI integration we want to do for AI co-pilots or any RPA related stuff, robotic process automation or any LLM documentations or any kind of chatbots and all. So AI, we have a lot of tools available as far as RPA is concerned. UiPath is one. We have Automation Anywhere. We have OpenSpan. We have Blue Prism, right? So we have a lot of tools available for RPA, but I just mentioned one for UiPath so that we can record a particular activity so that we can play in at n number of times without any having any human intervention and all. The process can be used by the system by imparting some algorithms and all, so that the amount of time that we are spending will reduce for the particular business activity also. That can be done using UiPath. UiPath, we have even not only UiPath, we have Blue Prism also. We have OpenSpan, Automation Anywhere and all. But UiPath, I just mentioned as UiPath. This is one thing which I usually use for it. Next, when it comes to the AI project lifecycle and SDLC integration, we need to know about the phases of project AI because AI transformation and AI implementation or AI involvement towards the analysis of the project that we do. It is nothing to do with any SDLC project phases. AI implementation phases need to know with. Next, we need to know about the MVP, minimum viable product, what we are going to develop, what must be the scope, validations, all this. So for that, driving towards agile and as well as crisp DM approaches, all these were always important and additional advantage for you. Last but not least, of course, communication and visualization. The underlying competence is required for any BA, as in when you know that. So because to provide any AI solutions and all that, so how a storyboarding can be prepared, right? So how stakeholder communications we do. So for that, what are the tools and techniques that can be used? So those are all will be added on to that. So these are the focused areas. These are the key focused areas I can say, right? So when we are transforming from BA to BA, not BA to AA, business analyst experience by imparting artificial intelligence AI skill set if you want to impart. Uh, my observation, these are the areas of focus, key interview focused areas and tools. One must be good and one must be knowledgeable.